Hello. I've not uploaded in a while, just been busy with things like, well, school. I'm not dead. Anyway, today we're looking at my newest Transformer, the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe class Cheetor. This is my only second Beast Wars inspired figure. My first was actually the Kingdom Voyager class Optimus Primal by collecting a centerpiece now. And this thing, it's good. It's better than the Masterpiece, but it has one huge issue, and we'll get to that later, believe me. Beautiful head sculpt. Got some really nice detailing on it. Looks a lot like the Beast Wars show. With nice arm pads, and of course you've got the front cheetah legs dangling off the back. Some people might say this is mistransformed because I saw the Masterpiece today on YouTube and it was like that, something, but to be honest I prefer it this way, and it's how he comes out of the package. Got some nice arms, got a tail as a weapon, but I do wish he came with his Guts Blaster and his Bot Blaster. But with the way the thing transforms, that would be literally impossible. Well, I mean, at least have them as separate accessories that don't become parts of the Cheetor. I don't think he even ever used something like this in the Beast Wars show. Nice chest, and this is where the giant issue lies, and we'll get to that later. Looks really nice. I do wish he had cheetah pupils. And there's a couple of missing paint things in the cheetah mode. But I guess I'll add those. I'm a good customizer. I've painted a lot of Transformers. Got a nice baby bluish shade for sections of the figure. Nice look for the lower legs. Nice feet. You've already seen the back, and God, how many spots is there. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So articulation, ball jointed head, get a pretty good range of motion off that. Potentially the arms up and down are slightly restricted due to this, but not only do you get a butterfly joint there, but butterfly joint there, so you can move the arm out further. Bicep rotation, elbow joint, wrist joint. You can unangle the legs however you want. There's a ball joint here, hinge here, ball joint, the cheetah feet. You've got a waist joint, falling back at the legs, split, knee swivel, knee bend, feet up and down, get an ankle joint. It's a pretty articulated little fella. And overall, he's pretty good. Now for the transformation. It's not the transformation I don't like about him. I love the transformation. There's something about the transformation. Let's just get to it. Take the tail out of his hand. You can hold it two ways, like this or like this. The blades at the bottom, hold it like this. Why would you even do that? Put it off to the side, so now we shall. So this is where the issue is, so just lift up the head. And you've got tear the cheetah head from here. Now I've actually modded my Cheetor figure, so this is a lot easier. Also, pull out these panels first. So this peg holding the head in was extremely tight, and it's actually led to tons of stress marks here. Try and focus. You see all that? All of this stress stuff. That's from how tight this stuff was. And there was a tab here. But like my friend Cheetor, this is a tab of doom. So disappointing that this thing is so good and then this comes in. That's the main issue of this. If that wasn't there, this I would prefer to Optimus Primal. But no, I guess they rank at the same just due to this horrific issue. I mean, I'm making it worse than it is. Stick a nail file, stand on the peg, it prevents a lot of damage. I bet this entire section would have crumbled if I transformed them anymore without sanding down the peg like halfway. Gotta cover up the head. So that was the issue. Rotate the biceps and hook these in. Rotate his wrists. Just don't know why Hasbro could have tested this thing, made sure that this didn't happen. Hey, what can you do? And I still love this guy, don't get me wrong. He is amazing. I think I shouldn't have put the arms in. Make sure they're over these panels. Then just take the two halves, bring them together, and do your best. Then bring forward these sections, forward up the feet, bring these all the way back, bend his knee, got a cheetah leg. Do the same on this side. A way this is better than Masterpiece, they use a fake chest on that thing. The Deluxe does not have a fake chest. Why? Why? So that's pretty much him in his cheetah mode, but wait! Remember this old Bentley thing? Pulling it up his bum? And he's really, really short in this one, so I think I'm just going to take my stand out. Bring it closer a bit. I've got him all in frame. There you have Cheetor. Is, well, cheetah mode. My golly. He is beautiful. There's minimal kibble on him. A couple of panels sticking out. Hinges, seams, and some exposed blue, but other than that, this could pass as a Cheetor action figure instead of a Cheetor action figure. Got a nice face. Why doesn't he have pupils? Anyone remember the old Legend of Herobrine from that game Minecraft? This figure reminds me of that legend due to the fact that Cheetah has no pupils. So the empty white eyes and empty orange eyes. Another thing I wish they painted, his teeth and the claws. Those are basically all the things I wish they painted on this guy. But looks really muscular. Looks absolutely fantastic all the way around. Does that look inappropriate? Anyways, I think I watched a little too much Jobby the Hung. Let's turn into a madman. Stand, you big cat. Anyways, it's pretty nice. Articulation, opposable mouth, ball joints here, swivel up and down. There's also a hinge for the swivel because due to the way the ball joint's positioned, you cannot swivel this at the ball joint. You have to use this hinge. It's like butterfly joint. Big joint here, ball jointed feet. A bit of a swivel here. You move that backward, but don't do it too far, you'll see gaps. Very stiff knee joint forward on this leg. Ball jointed feet, and that's pretty much it for this old guy. I highly recommend you pick this up, but before you play with them, we're going to untap the chest, which will 100% snap off that peg that holds the Cheetor mode head info. mode and then use the one that plugs into the top of his mouth and file it down until it's like halfway gone, then I'd say that's reasonable. I don't know why they couldn't have just made it a bit smaller, because I think it's mostly that peg that they're in it. Also, the cheese head is completely hollow to just make sure the transformation. Due to the nature of the transformation, yes. Which means it was inevitable, but still. I kind of wish that, basically. Kind of wish that there was a little less space in there so the plastic could have been thicker. Or maybe just make the plastic thicker on the outside. Also, there's a lot of hollow spaces on this guy, like, and there. There's a lot of hollow space on this guy, even on the outside of the tail. A lot of hollow space. If they just made those hollow spaces a little thicker, or maybe even not hollow, then maybe he would be a little more durable than he actually is. But he's by no means a bad figure. He's a terrific figure. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my first video on YouTube in like 1 or 2 months. See you on my next video. I might review the Optimus Primal figure. I attempted to, but I couldn't.